This is the ANTHBOT Pion900 robot lawn mower, and honestly, it looks almost futuristic with its clean gray shell and compact shape. If you're curious about what you get when this box lands on your doorstep, let me just say, unboxing was a fun experience itself. The main mower unit felt sturdy and surprisingly lightweight for the power it packs. The docking station looks simple enough to tuck away in a corner of the yard, and all the accessories are well organized inside. Boundary wire, connectors, pegs, screws, even a little flimsy cardboard ruler, and a detailed manual. Everything you need is right there. So what's the big deal about this robot mower? Let me walk you through my honest, hands-on experience. I'm no pro at setting up smart lawn gear, even a bit nervous when I saw the roll of boundary wire. For anyone new to robot mowers, this thing needs the wire to see where your lawn begins and ends. ANTHBOT gives you 180 meters of it, and while the setup isn't hard, thanks to the app, it does take a bit of patience, tracing the perimeter of your space and pinning the wire down with what feels like 100 little pegs. Here's where things started to surprise me. Most of the robot mowers I've read about wander randomly and just hope to cover everything. The Pion900 claims a 300% efficiency boost, and I have to admit, it's real. Instead of just bumping around, it uses what they call cable-top positioning technology, which basically helps it map out the area and mow in neat, organized lines. There's something satisfying about watching it work, especially if you're like me and appreciate those grid patterns on a freshly cut lawn. When I fired it up through the app for the first mow, I could track its progress in real time. The app itself is user-friendly, nothing fancy or confusing. All the instructions are super clear. I just marked out my boundary, connected the mower, and set the cutting height. Speaking of height, the Pion900 lets you adjust it anywhere from 1.18 to 2.766 inches. So whether you want a golf course look or just need to keep things tidy, you're covered. Plus, it does this without having to tinker with the blades manually. That's a big plus in my opinion. But honestly, I was a little worried about whether my yard was too uneven for this thing to handle. There are a few slopes and uneven spots where other equipment might get stuck or leave choppy lines. The mower can handle hills up to 45%, which is about a 24-degree angle, in case you're wondering. I threw it into some of those trickier areas, and it really did just fine. Slowed down where it needed to, pivoted, even backed out of tight spots. This would be perfect for anyone whose yard isn't a perfect rectangle. Of course, I have to mention some of my initial concerns. The first setup can be a little time-consuming, especially if your lawn is on the bigger side. Don't expect to have it out mowing within minutes if you want to get it right the first time. Laying the wire takes some patience, and if you're not too handy with tech, the app might feel intimidating at first. Still, I got the hang of it quickly, and the step-by-step walkthrough helped a lot. A really cool feature is how it detects if the boundary wire is broken, which, if you have pets or little critters in the yard, can definitely happen. Instead of hunting around everywhere, the app will tell you exactly where the break is, so you can fix it with the included connectors. Not having to remove the entire wire or start from scratch is a real time saver. Now, let's talk about everyday use. Once you've got the lawn mapped and wire secured, all you really have to do is schedule the mowing times in the app. The mower is pretty quiet, quieter than my old trimmer by miles. It doesn't bother the neighbors, and it even handles light rain thanks to its waterproof rating. If it gets wet, you can just hose it off. There's also a rain detection feature. The mower will head back to its charging station automatically and wait until things dry up. Speaking of power, it runs on a rechargeable battery that lasts about 70 minutes per session before it rolls itself back for a charge. I love that I don't have to babysit it or haul out gas cans. One personal moment that really sold me on the safety aspect. I stood right in its path. When the mower saw me, it simply stopped, pivoted, and found another direction. Definitely makes me more comfortable letting it run while my kids are out in the yard. If your yard is up to about 550 square meters, this mower is super efficient. While it claims to handle up to 900 square meters, I think you'll get the most reliable results in the smaller range. It'll keep up, charge as needed, and not get overwhelmed. If you go larger, you might need a second charging station or more wire to keep it working smoothly. Maintenance is straightforward. I just check the blades monthly and clean off the sensors. It takes less than 5 minutes. One thing I did notice, like most robot mowers, it doesn't always cut right up along every edge, especially if your beds have crazy shapes, so you might still need to run a trimmer now and then. But honestly, the time I save by not mowing the whole thing myself more than makes up for that. Durability feels solid. The outer shell handles sun and rain just fine, and the blades haven't dulled after a few months of use. The app even reminds me when it's time to pay attention to certain maintenance points. From my experience, this mower is perfect for anyone who wants to spend less time on yard work and more time relaxing or hanging out with family. I used to dread mowing on hot afternoons, but now it's just a notification on my phone telling me the job's done. I'd recommend this for anyone with a medium-sized yard, especially if you've ever wanted to automate one more household chore. Just keep in mind, you'll need to set aside some time that first weekend to get it up and running, but after that, it's basically hands-off. In conclusion, the ANTHBOT Pion900 robot lawn mower isn't just some fancy gadget. It actually makes keeping a lawn healthy and neat way easier. The key features like efficient mowing paths, wire break detection, rain readiness, and real-time app controls set it apart. The initial setup won't be everyone's favorite part, but once over that hump, it really starts to shine. If you want a solid, reliable robotic mower that gets the job done with minimal hassle, this is a smart pick. I will post full information about the ANTHBOT Pion900 robot lawn mower in the comments section. See you in the following videos.